everybody, it's Khristina from Redefine Creative, and welcome back for day 6 of 30 days of sketches. I apologize, mine is a little late getting posted today, but I was waiting for the picture and some things I wanted to use. So when I looked at this particular sketch, I absolutely knew that I wanted to use balloons instead of stars. And so I'm going to go ahead and pull out a bunch of pattern paper because in the sketch there's a bunch of pattern paper strips behind the photo. And so I am combining some paper from Amy Tangerine's New Slice of Life as well as Dear Lizzie, She's Magic. And so I'm just pulling out, and it's mainly like the B-sides, so kind of the a little more subtle patterns. And I'm going to cut them all into 5-inch strips because in the particular sketch, all of the strips are the exact same size. So we are going to go with 5-inch strips of all of these different pattern paper. And this is a photo of my daughter at Disneyland. And so when we were at Disneyland, they have this mural from the movie Up on the wall that has all of these balloons. So you can go over and kind of pose, making it look like you are holding the balloons. And she just has the coolest look on her face. And so that's what this particular layout is going to talk about. And so once I got those all done, I cut them to 2-inch strips, and I'm going to back my photo with some white cardstock because it's going to sit on top of all of those really bright colors. And there is a ton of blue in my picture because it makes it look like she's holding these balloons that are flying like up into the clouds. And so I'm kind of keeping that in mind. I don't have a ton of blue in the pattern paper that I'm using, so I'm going to want another way to bring in blue. And so once I got all my strips laid out on here, I decided that I wanted them to be 1-inch strips instead. So off screen, I went ahead and cut them into 1-inch pieces. And then I'm going to go ahead and kind of doodle a little line around the outside edge of my page. And I'm putting some just little whimsical kind of twists and turns in there. And then I'm going to take that blue and also go around all of the layers that are going to be behind my photo. And I cut out this little like paper shop out of the pattern paper down at the bottom and then decided it wasn't quite big enough. So I switched it out for the one that was in the ephemera pack, and that's from that Amy Tangerine collection. Because what I want to do is use these puffy sticker balloons from Paper House Studio that are like super amazing, you guys. They are so cute. And I will put a link for those down below because if you have some Disney pictures, this would be absolutely adorable. These stickers are perfect. And so I have 2 packs of them, and I am just layering them all up down the side where all the stars are in the sketch. And I'm trying to kind of alternate the colors and make it look like they are all flying. And we're going to have them look like they are flying out of this little like paper party store down here at the bottom, rather than the house like they are in Up. I thought this little paper shop, because it's all decorated like it's a party, would be super cute. So I'm just kind of filling in to make sure that I have all of my balloons kind of gathered together, and I am going to save a few balloons for the embellishment cluster up in that top right hand corner, just like in the sketch. And then I'm going to put some dimensional adhesive with my little paper shop at the bottom and add some little lines for the balloons where you can see like the end hanging down. So it looks like they are all on strings. And then I'm going to go ahead and grab a few little strips of pattern paper to go up in this top corner. So I want to carry that pattern paper detail over into the rest of my design, so I'm just going to layer up a few of those. And the green was a little bit too dark, so I went ahead and went with yellow instead. And I'm still kind of thinking about the fact that I need some more blue. So I'm also going to trace around that little embellishment cluster with that blue marker, and then I'm going to add the little strings for the balloons. And then I have one of these little epoxy hearts that's going to kind of be like where my bow would be, holding those together. So it looks like we actually have like a little cluster of balloons up there. And so then I was trying to figure out how I wanted my title to work. And so I grabbed these stickers from Vicky Booten and some fun foam. So I'm going to go ahead and put my photo itself on fun foam to give it a little more height and definition off that background paper. And because my photo is so blue, it really does stand out. Even though I have quite a few patterns going on in the background, it's still going to stand out pretty well. So then I went ahead and just added that Oh Snap, which is going to serve as my title, right on top of my photo. And then I'm adding some of the little multicolored plus signs. I'm also going to come in with some Spiegel Mom Scraps sequins in true blue. And so this is how I'm going to tie it all together with that really bright blue color. So even though that blue isn't showing up in all of my pattern paper is kind of like pulling out all the colors in the balloons. And then when I add these bright blue sequins, that's going to kind of tie everything together. So I am going to sprinkle those along my embellishment cluster as well. Right now I have them kind of scattered over on the side, and I'm not sure how I feel about that. To me, it looks a little bit random. But I do want to get these phrase stickers in here like they have in the sketch. And so I'm just going to find a bunch of phrases that work. And I started out with the white ones and then decided I probably needed to switch to the black because I do have just a few touches of black. And in the photo, my daughter has a black sweatshirt on. So I thought that would be a good way to kind of pull the emphasis back to her. I also use that big black arrow to kind of do that same thing because it would be easy for her to get lost because there's so much stuff going on in this particular layout. So I'm just going to grab those little snarky phrases and add 3 on top of my photo and 3 below my photo. And that's going to kind of lead to where I end up moving some of the sequins around. So rather than being quite so random, they're going to follow those strips and embellishment clusters a little bit better. And I'm just going to go ahead and glue all those down, and that's going to do it. So hopefully you enjoyed seeing what I did with the sketch for day 6. I will be back tomorrow with another of the 30 days of sketches. Do make sure that you check out the other ladies who are playing along. So stop by Kristi's Beautiful Life as well as Pineapple Papers. I also have links down below if you want to check out the sequin mix from Spiegel Mom Scraps, as well as the amazing puffy balloon stickers from Paper House Productions. And I'll see you soon. Bye!